Picture this: a young man, barely making ends meet in a Swiss patent office, scribbles equations during lunch breaks. Little did the world know, this same man would soon unlock the secrets of the universe, upend physics, and become a household name. Albert Einstein, a symbol of genius, a face of curiosity. But who was the man behind E equals mc squared? And what made him see the world so differently? Join us as we journey through the life and mind of one of history's greatest titans. Albert Einstein's early life and education. In the spring of 1879, in the small town of Ulm, Germany, a baby was born who would one day change the way humanity views the universe. That baby was Albert Einstein. But believe it or not, Albert didn't enter the world with the spark of genius he's now famous for. Einstein's early years were unremarkable, even by ordinary standards. In fact, he didn't begin speaking fluently until the age of 3. His parents referred to him affectionately as the quiet one, while his teachers were far less kind, often dismissing him as lazy or difficult. Little did they know, young Albert was quietly pondering questions that no child or even adult had dared to ask. At the age of 5, Albert had a profound experience that would shape his life forever. His father handed him a simple magnetic compass. To most children, it might have been a fleeting moment of play. But for Albert, it was a revelation. The invisible force pulling the needle sparked his insatiable curiosity about the unseen forces that govern our world. For the first time, he realized that there were mysteries waiting to be unraveled, hidden beneath the surface of everyday life. As he grew older, Albert's hunger for knowledge often clashed with the rigid confines of traditional schooling. He despised the rote memorization and strict discipline demanded by his teachers, and they, in turn, viewed him as defiant. Albert wanted to explore why things worked, not just memorize what worked. This rebellious streak would eventually lead him to leave the German education system altogether. Finally, in 1896, after navigating a winding and unconventional path, Einstein found his haven at Zurich Polytechnic. Here he thrived in the company of like-minded individuals who shared his passion for physics and mathematics. But even within this stimulating environment, it wasn't just Albert's intellect that set him apart. It was something much deeper. What separated Einstein from his peers wasn't just intellect, it was how he questioned the rules of reality itself. The miracle year, 1905. Imagine this. One of history's greatest minds wasn't working in a university or a prestigious laboratory. Instead, in the early 1900s, Albert Einstein spent his days in the Swiss patent office in Bern, reviewing inventions. By most accounts, it was an unremarkable job, tedious and routine. But to Einstein, it was a gift in disguise. This setting, free from the academic pressures of the scientific establishment, gave him something incredibly rare: independence. His evenings and weekends became a canvas for his revolutionary ideas, allowing his mind to wander into uncharted territories of physics. And in 1905, Einstein didn't just break new ground, he shattered it. In what would later be called his Annus Mirabilis, or miracle year, Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers, each one redefining the very fabric of science as we know it. The first paper tackled the photoelectric effect, where Einstein proposed that light behaves not just as waves, but as particles, quanta. This revolutionary concept laid the foundation for quantum mechanics, a field that would transform our understanding of the subatomic world. Next came his work on Brownian motion, where Einstein provided mathematical proof for the existence of atoms. For centuries, Scientists debated whether atoms were real or theoretical. Einstein's paper settled the argument, cementing the atomic theory as a cornerstone of modern science. But perhaps the most iconic was his third paper on special relativity. Einstein proposed that time and space are not absolute. They bend and stretch depending on the observer's motion. This was a radical departure from the Newtonian view of the universe, and it came with a dazzling byproduct: the equation that would change everything, E equals mc squared. This elegant equation revealed that mass and energy are interchangeable, and it hinted at the immense energy locked within matter. The implications were staggering, both scientifically and later politically. By the end of 1905, the scientific community could no longer ignore the young patent clerk. His ideas not only revolutionized physics, but also catapulted him into the ranks of history's greatest thinkers. Einstein's miracle year wasn't just a triumph of intellect. It was a testament to the power of questioning the status quo and daring to imagine the impossible. Fame and the Nobel Prize. On May 29, 1919, the world held its breath as the skies darkened over parts of Africa and South America. It was during this rare solar eclipse that astronomers confirmed Albert Einstein's bold and groundbreaking prediction. Light bends around massive objects like the sun, just as his general theory of relativity had suggested. The results, published later that year, catapulted Einstein into global fame, transforming him from a respected physicist into an international sensation. Newspapers across the globe hailed him as a revolutionary thinker, the man who had rewritten the rules of the cosmos. Suddenly, the quiet patent clerk turned physicist became a household name, a symbol of scientific genius. But Albert Einstein wasn't just admired for his theories. He became an icon, a public figure whose wild hair, warm personality, and humble demeanor captured the hearts of millions. Einstein's fame transcended the scientific community. He was admired as much for his humanity as for his intellect. In 1921, Einstein's contributions to science were officially recognized when he was awarded the Nobel Prize in physics. Ironically, this prestigious honor wasn't for his groundbreaking theories of relativity, but for his work on the photoelectric effect, a discovery that had paved the way for the development of quantum mechanics. Einstein often spoke of the power of imagination, a trait he believed was fundamental to his success. For him, knowledge was merely the starting point. It was creativity, the ability to think beyond the limits of the known, that fueled his greatest discoveries. His unique ability to envision the universe in ways no one else could remains one of his most enduring legacies. Einstein wasn't just a physicist. He was a dreamer who dared to question the very fabric of reality. Through his fame and accolades, Einstein remained profoundly curious and deeply human. His rise to prominence wasn't just a victory for science. It was a reminder of the boundless potential of the human spirit. Einstein's challenges and legacy. Albert Einstein's life was not without its struggles. Though celebrated as a genius, he faced profound challenges, both personal and political. As the world around him shifted dramatically in the early 20th century, Einstein found himself navigating a rapidly changing and often unforgiving reality. In 1933, as Adolf Hitler rose to power, Einstein was forced to flee his homeland. The Nazis vilified him, burning his books and labeling his work as Jewish science. His political exile brought him to the United States, where he accepted a position at Princeton University. Though he was safe, Einstein was deeply troubled by the horrors unfolding in Europe and the suffering of his people. Einstein's struggles didn't stop him from using his voice to fight for justice. A lifelong pacifist, he advocated for disarmament and spoke out against war. He was also an outspoken supporter of civil rights in the United States, condemning racism and segregation, a stance that was as radical as it was courageous at the time. However, in a world teetering on the brink of destruction, Einstein made a controversial decision. Alarmed by reports that Nazi Germany was developing nuclear weapons, he signed a letter to President Roosevelt urging the United States to accelerate its own research. This warning led to the Manhattan Project, a move Einstein would later deeply regret. He spent much of his life advocating for peace and denouncing the use of nuclear weapons, a haunting reminder of the unintended consequences of his own discoveries. Einstein spent his later years at Princeton, surrounded by books and chalkboards covered in equations. He became captivated by the idea of a unified field theory, an elegant equation that could explain the forces of nature in a single framework. Though he never fully achieved it, his relentless pursuit embodied his unwavering curiosity and refusal to settle for the limits of human understanding. Though Einstein left some mysteries unsolved, his contributions to humanity remain unparalleled. His work not only reshaped science, but also inspired generations to think critically, act boldly, and dream boundlessly. Why Einstein still matters today. Albert Einstein's genius wasn't just confined to his own era. It transcends time, continuing to shape the world we live in today. His theories of relativity, once considered abstract and revolutionary, now form the backbone of modern technology. Take GPS, for instance. Every time we get directions on our smartphones, Einstein's insights are at work. Because satellites are moving fast and positioned high above Earth's surface, their clocks tick at slightly different rates than those on the ground, a phenomenon predicted by relativity. Without Einstein's equations, the precision of GPS systems would drift by miles each day. Einstein's work also paved the way for countless scientific advancements, from understanding the universe's expansion to innovations in renewable energy and the technologies behind particle accelerators. His ideas continue to fuel progress, proving that the power of thought can truly change the world. Beyond science, Albert Einstein has become a cultural icon. His face, wild hair, kind eyes, and playful expression remains instantly recognizable. From blockbuster films to countless memes, Einstein is a symbol of genius and curiosity, captivating minds of all ages. And perhaps this is his greatest gift to humanity. Einstein didn't just give us equations, he gave us a mindset, a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge, however challenging, is worth every step. Today, Albert Einstein's legacy lives on in the technologies we use, the mysteries we strive to uncover, and the creative spirit he inspired. He wasn't just a titan of history. He was and always will be a guiding light for the dreamers of tomorrow. A timeless genius. As Albert famously said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning." His legacy challenges us to embrace curiosity, to push boundaries, and to imagine what seems impossible. The next titans of history are out there, bold thinkers and dreamers who dare to ask the questions that will shape the future. Could that be you?